Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Spending Time with Gregory. I hope everyone is having a great day. I actually had a great day myself. I wanted to come on and speak with you guys about an interesting topic, something I thought about today. I wanted to bring you guys some content, and I was thinking about something today. And all my topics, I always want to talk about what I can do to make myself a better person. And today I thought about it. I went to work today, and coworkers that I've been working with for over 5 years, I asked him, what do you see in me? What can I do? What do you see that I need to work on as far as my behavior? Now, that's the question I asked employees that I've been knowing for literally 5 years or more. And I wanted their honest opinion on what they see that, sometimes you can be going about your day and doing things that, you don't see that little chip on your shoulder. You're just going about your day and you're doing things, and other people see it, but you don't actually see it. And a lot of times when they bring it to your attention, a lot of people actually don't receive it. They just, he's just talking, or he's just, running his mouth, or he's just, what's he talking about? He's having problems at home. You blame it on somebody else when it's actually you. You just don't see that chip on your shoulder. So I wanted to go today, and I asked about maybe 8 employees, what do they see in me that I need to work on? And it was interesting because I interact with these people all day, and being in the field that I am, I work with clients, I work with people that I have to meet where they at. You know what I'm saying? And so I have to be in good standings with myself and know what's going on with me. So here are some of the things. I only did 5, so 5 things that I need to work on to make myself a better person. 5 things that my coworkers see that I don't see in my behavior. So now, one of the things, the first thing on the list that they brought to my attention was my patience. I didn't have any patience. I don't have any patience. I received it and I thought about it. Maybe I don't have any patience. Maybe I need to work on that. Maybe I need to find out what's going on. Why am I not patient? Because being in the field that I am, I need to have patience with clients. I need to have patience with my coworkers. I need to have patience in everyday life. I need to have patience with people that I see anywhere, in the store, wherever, my friends. I need to have patience. I need to have patience with myself. And that was interesting. And that was the first thing on the list. Now, the next thing was my tolerance level. My tolerance level. Wow. And that was interesting. I really didn't understand that, but after I dissected it a little bit, I understand that my tolerance level was pretty low. I need to, and that goes along with patience. You have to have a tolerance level. And it's interesting because, like I said, in the field that I work in, social work, you need to have patience, and you need to have work on your tolerance. Yes, you do. Let's go on to the third one. Stop being angry. Wow. So I had to take a look at that. Stop being angry. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about helping people. And I'm not going to make excuses. Sometimes I get angry when I see, people that are going in the same direction that I went in, but aren't making any changes to just better themselves. I guess I'm passionate about seeing change, but I have to have patience and I have to have a tolerance level that, working in social work, you have to meet the client where they're at. Now, here's the fourth one. Consistency. You have to have consistency. Consistency. You have to stay the same. You have to be the same. You can't be this way and be this way and be that way and not work on yourself. You have to be consistent. And I saw that. And the last one, is attitude. That kind of goes with angry, stop being angry. Attitude. I need to work on my attitude. So now, all these things I needed to take a look at. It's important, if I'm going to be good at what I do, help people. I mean, I talked to you guys about being a better person. If I want to be a better person, I got to work on all these things that my coworkers pointed out that I need to work on, And I posed this question, I asked this question, and they were very honest, guys. I take this very seriously. So this is something I'm going to seriously work on, work on my patience, work on my tolerance level, work on my attitude, work on my consistency. Guys, it's important, when your coworkers or your family or someone says, Greg, you're being a certain way. Greg, you're not, why are you acting like that? Receive it. Work on it. Just work on it, guys. Work on it. Just make yourself a better person. You don't always see that chip on your shoulder, but other people do. Other people see that chip on your shoulder. So it's important to receive it, be humble, start to work on those behaviors. And I talk about that all the time, working on behaviors, guys. That's very important. So I took this little experiment very serious. I wanted to bring it to you guys, and hopefully you can ask your coworkers or ask your family members, what am I doing? What can I do to better myself or work on my behavior? Now, there are some things that, as soon as I started working on this, I went and Googled some things, and some things that we're already doing and spending time with Gregory. Now, a lot of things that we do, we're doing, and I got it right here. We're doing some mindfulness, and we're doing some meditation in our discussions and our talks and spending time with Gregory. What else are we doing? We're challenging our thoughts, and spending time with Gregory. What else are we doing? We take breaks, yes, and we do breathing exercises, and we can throw in juicing because we juice too. All that goes together in making changes in your life, guys. So I challenge you to ask your friends or ask your family or ask your coworkers, what can I do to have a better, treat people better or have a better behavior? However you say it, guys, you understand what I'm saying, but you don't see the chip on your shoulder. Your family members, your coworkers, they see it. So whatever they say, receive it and start to work on it, guys. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you for spending time with Gregory. I'll see you in my next video.